Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing great. Today we are diving into something super exciting, building your very own AI-powered chatbot using Django. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced developer, this tutorial will guide you step by step to create an interactive chatbot from scratch. So stick around till the end because this is going to be very fun and very useful for you. So before start coding, let's quickly understand what a chatbot is and how it works. A chatbot is an AI-powered application that interacts with users in conversational manner. In this tutorial, we'll use Django to build a simple chatbot that will respond to user queries. Here you can see this would be our final version of our chatbot. We'll be building this chatbot. It will respond to the user queries. By the end of this project, we will build this chatbot. Here you can see if we ask it how you doing and send our query. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm large language model, so I don't have a feeling and emotions. It responds. So it's working pretty fine. And by the end of this video, you will be able to build this project. Okay. All right. So let's jump straight into coding. Here we need to create Django project. So for that, just open your terminal. Write Django admin start project, and let's name it Pro Developer Chatbot. Okay, so here you can see our project has been created. Now go to project directory. Here we have a Pro Developer Chatbot. So now our project has been created. Inside our project, we need to create an application. Okay, so the application would be the source from which we will uh, write the basic code of the our chatbot. Okay, for creating project, just write manage.py and just start up, and here write the name. Let's name it chatbot. Okay. Okay, so here you can see our chatbot application has been created, and here all the things we have here. So now the next thing is uh, we need to specify the URLs or configure the URLs for this application in our project. For that, just go to the URLs, remove this part because we don't need these comments here. Here just add path to the your application. Okay, so in the root directory, we just let's say write AI, and then let's include our application. So our application is dot URLs. So this would include all the URLs of our application. Okay, here it's showing error for include because we haven't imported include here. So here you can see we just configured our application URL. Okay, and the next thing, let's go to our settings and include our application into our project. We have a project here, so install apps. Just go here and write the name of your application. So it is chatbot. Let's write it here, and yeah. So let's save it. And next, everything is all right, all right, all right, all right. There is no need to do any other thing. Okay, for now it's okay. Okay, so next thing is we need to create our service application like the chatbot API, and also we need to create views and also set our URLs. Okay, so we need to do all these things, and also we need to create UI. For first of all, let's create an account in Together AI, as we are using Together AI here for the backend API for our chatbot. So for creating the API of from Together AI, we need to go to Together AI API, search here, and Together AI. Here we go. Click here. Okay, sign in with Google. So now here you can see we landed up here. Name is just random name. Together chatbot, pro developer, net, not client, student, starter founder, and complete. Okay, so this would give you your API. Okay, just copy the API key, and now here in your setting at the bottom, just write together API key key and save it. Okay, we'll use this let for now. Just save it here. So you have saved it. Now the next thing is we need to create our main service file or service API where we would connecting and then we would be communicating with the LLM or a language model which we'll be using. Okay, so for that, just create a new file here in your chatbot application. Let's name it just name it service, yeah, services.py. Okay, here we would implement all the logics which would will communicate with the uh, language model which we'll be using here. Okay, guys. So first, let's install request because it's the import library in order to communicate with the LLM. So let's install. So request here, and here requirement values as well because I've already installed the request. So that's why it is only says 5. Now let's start. So we are in our service file. Now we can either write this code by ourselves or we can just ask our GitHub Copilot to write this for us. So let's ask GitHub to write an API client for chatbot using together AI API. Write the connection logic. Okay, alright. So here it has written all these things. So let's copy this and let's minimize this, paste it here, and here we go. Okay, so let's save this. Now the thing is we need to create our views. First we need to import the services which we had just created. So from services import ask together AI. Okay, so just import this one and then let's define our chatbot view, and it would take requests, and here let's define a response. So this would be none, initialize as none, and then check if the request method is equals to post. So if the request method is post, in such cases you need to get the user input from request.post and get user input. Okay, so we take user input here, and then in response we would call the ask together service and then pass in user input. Okay, and then we would return and render the request to our HTML. We haven't defined the HTML yet, but that we would create the HTML file for our views, which would be, let's say, chatbot for .html, and we would be returning the response which we got from our together AI or response. Okay, so this would be our view. Let's save it. Now the next thing is we need to configure the URL for this view in our application. So create a new file here. Let's name it urls.py, and here you need to specify or configure the URLs. Okay, so for configuring URL, just import path from Django.urls, import path, and next thing we need to import from .views. We need to import what's our view here? Chatbot view. Okay, so we need to import chatbot view, and next thing you need to specify the URL patterns. So these would be here. We would specify the path, which would be our root directory, and chatbot will be our view, and let's name it chatbot. Okay, save this, and here we just configured our URL for this one. Now the next thing is front-end side of our application, right? Our chatbot. So for creating your front end, just close this one as well. Now here inside your project directory, create a new folder and let's name it templates. Okay, templates. And inside templates, create a new file and name it chatbot.html as we had specified in our views. Okay, so let's now here we need to write the code for our chatbot. Okay, so we won't be wasting our time just writing HTML code. I have already written this and let me put it here. So I've already written the HTML code because it's pretty simple and yeah, everyone could understand this. So we don't need to just waste time writing this styling and all these things. I've put the styling styles in one just one code just for simplicity. So here let me just explain the basic logic. So here we're just giving some responses. Let's minimize this one. And here our responses will be displayed. So this is the response variable which we have sent it here, our passed to our chatbot HTML template, right? This one. So here it would get the response and then it would return the response. Okay. So I've written the logic for this here, and yeah, if we click on submit for the input which we give, it would send the input, and in the backend, it would get the input in our view, which we have written here. It would get the input and it would call the service AI, this AI, and from this one, it will generate our response. Okay, so here you can see. So this is our HTML. Let's save this. Now, the next very important thing is Django does not really understand where your templates are. So for that, we need to tell Django explicitly in our project where does our uh, templates are our HTML code resides, okay, right? So for that, just go to your templates, and here inside directories, just write base directory, and then write templates. Okay, let's save this, and yeah, we have our API here, and let's save this. All right, so for it looks perfect. This is also okay. Our URL is also fine. Views is also working. I think this is pretty much it. So let's just run this. Okay, so let's run it on port number 3000. Okay, so it's running fine, but there's a catch here that the path is empty, page not found. Okay, so I think that the problem here is we have written AI here, but actually uh, we are searching in the root directory where we don't have anything. Okay, so we need to just remove this, and now if we reload our page, chatbot.html does not exist. Okay, so that's another problem. Okay guys, so your template chatbot not found. What's the issue? Let's fix this. Let's go here. What is the problem? Okay, so we have created template inside our project directory. Actually, we need to keep it global. So that was the main issue here. Let's keep in global directory. So yeah, now it's fine. Now it should work. Let's go to our project. Let's reload it. Okay, so now it's running. Now let's type hi, how are you doing? I'm feeling good. So yeah, guys, this is working pretty fine. And so yeah, that's how you can create chatbot using Together AI. I hope you found this useful. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And see you in the next one. Keep learning, and keep improving yourself. Thank you.